Southern Utah tow company operators are crying foul. A KCSG investigation looks further into what their complaints are and what lawmen have to say about it.
It's Tamara Lee.
Good evening and thank you for joining us tonight. In a KCSG story we first reported to you yesterday, we told you about the rotation system that the Utah Highway Patrol uses to make sure the towing jobs that come up, either because of accidents, breakdowns, or impounds, are fairly distributed to qualified tow companies. KCSG's Russell Wild, who has been following the story, is here now with new information. Good evening, Russell.
Good evening, Tamara. A group of tow truck operators say the way some law enforcement agencies use the rotation system is unfair and the loss of calls is affecting their bottom line.
Our troopers are required by law and by policy to follow that rotation strictly.
The Utah Highway Patrol is mandated by law to follow the rotation, the system that dispatchers use to call for tow trucks. But local police and sheriff's offices aren't bound by that same requirement. The Cedar City Police and the Iron County Sheriff told KCSG that they follow the rotation when they need a vehicle towed.
If people don't request a certain record, then we just send a rotation record out.
This group of tow truck operators says that isn't always the case. They've joined together to petition law enforcement to play fair when they call for a tow truck, something they say officers aren't always doing.
If he feels he has a problem with that company, he can cancel that next on rotation and call who he would like. He could ask rotation dispatch to call who he requests.
The Highway Patrol operates the dispatch center. They have heard complaints from towing companies and their own dispatchers that the rotation is not being followed.
And I've also heard from dispatchers that on occasion officers do use their own personal discretion and go off of that rotation. From time to time, officers have declined the next rotation record for one that's somewhere else in the rotation or one of their own choosing.
These tow truck operators want to see practices like that stop, and they want everyone to play fair. All the towing companies on the rotation list must meet certain state requirements to be on that list. The UHP told me today that it shouldn't matter who tows the vehicle. Everyone is qualified.